Her eyes were so innocent and pure. I think that's referring to like when I was young and like in 2nd grade, 4th grade, when he was like stalking me, he'd surprise me with his thoughts then. That was when I actually had like seen him face to face, if that makes sense. And I was so innocent and pure because I was like young. The sockets deep set but level to give them a penetrating gaze. Behind the shut lids were the brightest blue-green eyes he'd ever seen. Behind the shut lids were the brightest blue-green eyes he'd ever seen. After I got this, I was on the plane home from Chicago and I spent the entire like 4-hour plane ride searching every plagiarism website, hoping and praying that this story was like plagiarized from someone. Someone saw it, like thought that it would freak me out and send it to me. And I spent like $100 signing up for all these memberships, like $4.99, like $5.99, like all these websites, because they make you pay for the membership before they can really like check to see if it's plagiarized. And literally like 50 plus websites were like no traces of plagiarism. It's written by the writer. And I think that freaked me out more than anything.
Say nigger.
Walks up to me and he kind of like locks his arm around me, like around my neck like this. And it wasn't like it was like a chokehold or anything. It was very like firm and like tight, like I couldn't have really gotten out, if that makes sense. I'll explain that in a second. And so the guy looks at me and he wraps his arm around me and he looks in the camera and he goes, say, and puts his thumbs up and then like blank and he says the N-word, like hard R, N-word, like say N-word, like hard R, like smiling, loud as fuck, like yells it, and then like looks at me and looks into the camera, like
say nigger.
Please imagine like say blank, like yelling, thumbs up, arm locked around me.
Say nigger.
And I literally like, I don't even know how to describe this moment to you guys. I never understood how people would feel in moments like that where you were scared for so many reasons, for your life, for other people's lives. So then I kind of try to like break free, you know what I mean? Like get his arm away from me and so like the first time I tried to, like he didn't like let go. And that's where my brain instincts like, okay, does he have a gun? Does he have a knife? Like whatever. This was very quick. It wasn't like he held me in for much longer. And then I pull away harder and finally pull away. That's where my brain is like, do I run? Do I scream? Do I cry? Do I hide? Do I cuss him out? Do I ask him what's wrong? Like I don't know what to do, you know? And he's just looking at me like with the creepiest, most terrifying smile.
Girl.
Oh my god, me. Tweet your goals.
Did you get that in the 1,000
Stop
bars?
telling him you're feeding his ego. You're putting in the
Yeah.
Bella part
You're just
two.
making my...
He's gonna make, before you know it, he's
Bro,
gonna make,
can
I
you
know.
stop?
It's designer.
Can you please
My
stop?
pants are Cavalli.
No, like,
She sipped the side. Like, okay, cool.
like backwash.
I don't backwash out of a fucking straw. Make your play.
Ooh!
Make your play.
Ooh!
Filming my apology and explanation video, which I'm still trying to get to go up tomorrow at noon, but I just got off the phone with the FBI, who called me and basically said that someone hacked into my email and then sent a bombing and shooting threat from my email to McCarran Airport. And so I'm out of town right now, but apparently the FBI just showed up to my parents' house, my current house, and my old house and trying to find me for this. And I just talked to them and explained what happened. Obviously, I'm not blaming iDubbbz for what like his supporters do, but I am having to talk to the FBI and pause filming. So yeah. And I'm supposed to fly home tomorrow, but I'm not sure if I can. Now I might have to avoid the airport. So I will keep you guys updated on this situation and when my apology video goes live.
It's hard. I'm paying you, like, the amount she made hourly was more than any amount she would make at any retail store, at Target, like,
Hi guys, I addressed this on YouNow earlier, but I want to address it on my Snapchat really quick, and I have addressed this before in the past a few times actually, but I want to address it again for anybody who doesn't know or hasn't heard. So there are tweets of me saying like dumb slurs or things like that when I was like 13, and I've talked about this before, but I really want to talk about it again. Please share this if you care. Growing up in Vegas, everybody said those words, and I didn't even know that they were considered racist at all. They were in rap songs, and I totally thought it just meant like homie or like friend, and I was and like so dumb. And when I
Stupid nigger, right? You know you're a stupid nigger, right?
you fucking nigger, you fucking nigger, until like 4 years later when people are like, hey, these are racist, and I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, it's in every rap song. Like, Mac Miller says it, he's white. Like, why don't? And I was totally misinformed, and then I realized it was, and I never said it again, and I apologize, and I will gladly own up to anything I've done, which I think a lot of YouTubers, when they get called out for things, I don't think that's a good look. If you did something and you are different and you've changed from it and you're not that person anymore, you should own up to it instead of just moving on. And when I look back to those times, I regret it so much. But it's hard to be filled with regret because I was just ignorant and uninformed. My parents never said anything. No one ever told me. And so even though I can honestly say I was 100% unaware of the fact that it was wrong, I still did it. And I'm sorry. And now I am such a huge advocate for anti-racism and black. And I'm so thankful that I did not live the rest of my life being ignorant, and that I have this platform to advocate for things like racism. And if you are racist, unfollow me. And I just hope that people can understand that I was just 12, 13, an idiot, and didn't know any better. And all my friends were saying it, and they still say it to this day, and like think it's cool. And that doesn't make it okay, and I'm so thankful that I have a platform to be able to spread anti-racism, and that I learned better, and I hope that you guys can do the same and help me spread this. I mean, honestly, would I make my Twitter name Black Lives Matter for months when everyone was telling me to change it if I wasn't such a giant fucking advocate for Black Lives Matter? And that's also with anything, like how like 5 years ago nobody thought about the fact that it was wrong to be like, oh my god, I hate that movie, it's gay, and now they know that it's wrong to say things like that. We learn, and we all about helping people who maybe don't know, and all coming together to be activists for the same thing, to actually see change. So I love you guys a lot.
Roll up to a gate, and there would be a box sitting there and a guard.
So this is where she said the first officer is.
And so on the box, you would have to scroll down to my name and press call.
She says she's still paying the rent, so I mean, I guess she would be on your...
Up to the guard gate, have to tell, or the guard person, tell them who you are, like show your ID, why you're here, all this kind of stuff.
Don't you love the security guard at the first gate? So nice, wow.
So nice.
Can't call her, so we're gonna find another way into the things. I mean, I guess we could wait for someone to let us in, but there's an easier way. This gate is open every day until like I think 6 p.m. So like even if you don't live here, you can still come into here. Such high security, wow.
All these separate buildings, but the guard only lets you into a certain building, which is like the one of where you're going.
You go to any building you want to. There's no security guard that takes you to a certain building.
There's another guard and another call box with a door.
So she wasn't lying when she said there's a little room with the call box, but she was lying about the security guard. Once again, is there a guard here? No.
And the door is locked. And then at the door, you have to call me on the call box again, state why you're here. I buzz you in.
This door is open from the back. Okay, so we're in here now. Is there a security guard next to the elevator taking us to a floor? No.
And I only buzz you in for a certain amount of time.
Is there a security guard in the elevator?
It's not even a thing. Then you get in the elevator, and you're only permitted to the floor that I live on. Then
Well, let's just do it every floor, though. Let's see.
But let's try this
time, the 24/7 security comes and finds you and asks why you haven't left, okay?
So here we are. No security guard. So secure. So this is where we first were at the call box right there.